Welcome to Encounter Roleplay, and hello to those watching live on Twitch. Hi. And if you're watching on YouTube, which I did this morning so I could remember what we did last week, be sure to join us live for this show every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Today, this is our fifth episode of Little Busters, which is a Tales from the Loop show. We're going to take a moment and quickly go around and let the cast introduce themselves, learn who they're playing, go ahead and do a little, who you are, who you're playing, pronouns for them. And because we were on the topic of TV shows, what is your favorite 1980s TV show? And we will start up with Britt.
Okay. I am Britt, and I play Ashley, who uses she, her pronouns, even though I myself use they, them. So that can get confusing. Sorry about that. Ashley is the jock, as you can see on the side in that lovely overlay that Noam made. I'm probably using the wrong side here because I'm reversed and it's confusing. It's really hard to separate the Ashley answer from the Brit answer here.
What's the Ashley answer?
That's the part I can't remember. I don't know that Ashley watches that much TV. But right before season 1, we realized that it was the anniversary of the premiere of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon, which Britt loved. So I'm just throwing some factoids out there as a way to evade the question. Turtle power.
Turtle power. We'll take it. That's fine. All right, and over to our handsomest of handsome fellas here tonight. Michael, what's up?
I was going to say, what the fuck?
There we go. All right, I'm not full screened anymore. Crisis averted.
Is it me? Oh. Hey, everybody. My name is Michael. He, him, and I'm playing Silas, he, him. And I just Googled 80s TV shows. Because I don't honestly think I've watched a single one of them. The only one I watched a couple episodes of, so by default, my favorite is The Golden Girls. Which is a solid choice, yes.
That is a respectable choice. We were just talking about Golden Girls and how amazing it is and how it held up. Like, it was so progressive for the 80s. Yeah. I think my wife and I watch it like all the way through once a year now. Like, it's just, we love it. It's so good. Mm-hmm. We stand.
Like most things in my life, if it weren't for my partner, I wouldn't have even fucking been involved in it. But it's one of Erica's favorite shows. So I watched a couple episodes. And it's fantastic.
It's so good. You just watch the rest. You'll love it. It's just one of those shows that you can totally binge and feel good. Like, you want to feel good? Watch Golden Girls for sure.
Yeah.
Well, last but not least is the gorgeous Jules. Looking stunning as ever. Loving your hair tonight.
Thanks. It's just going to keep changing colors at this point. But hey, I am Jules. I will be playing Ritter Dalka, who is am I doing it right? Yes, the rocker. He, him pronouns on both fronts there. And I will say that Ritter's favorite TV show is Alf.
Fucking nice.
He probably loves Alf. He probably has like dumb merch. He probably has t-shirts and everything. He probably has like one of those like stupid, like Alf had one of those toys where it was like a Teddy Ruxpin, but it was Alf instead. He probably guilty pleasure. He totes has one of those.
Oh, but he has to. Like, took it all the way from California.
Mm-hmm. It's like has like its own like little like Alf shrine like in the basement. You don't touch the Alf shrine. It's the one thing he puts his foot down with Silas.
He's got like all of, like the special like Christmas ornaments and like any toy that ever came from a cereal or like from McDonald's, like back in the like, kids menu. Like I mean that was a thing. Oh gosh, people did that.
He has all
collected
of that.
everything.
Wait, was Pee-wee's Playhouse the 80s?
Yes, I think.
I remember it vividly in the 90s. Pee-wee Herman.
Oh, it's super not that important.
Yeah, it
it's
totally
totally
was.
that important. Oh no, it was 80s. Yeah.
1986 to 1990.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
I've only
big.
seen a couple episodes of that one too, but I enjoyed that one also. I'm not good at this. This is the wrong game for me.
This is the wrong era for all of us. We're majority 90s kids, so just wait until next season. Just wait until next season. Oh, yes. Anyways, hi, my name is Gnome.
Sometime there, I was in the 80s a little.
I was gonna say I was in the 80s too, but yes, I'm looking forward to death and destruction in the future.
Dude, I was barely a 90s kid. I was born in 94, so I didn't experience none of that shit.
Oh my god, I was 9 years old when 1994 happened.
Baby.
Oh yeah, we're the
So
same age, I
young.
think.
Yeah, I'm 34.
Oh, wait, what? I thought I was the oldest.
No, I'm the oldest, I think. I'm 34.
No,
I'm
we've
almost
had this conversation. I'm the
35
oldest.
soon.
I'm 35.
Anyways, I love you all. Before we begin today's show, I'd like to remind everybody that we are sponsored by Fantasy Grounds, our virtual tabletop of choice. All of the beautiful maps and rolls you see tonight are using Fantasy Grounds, which you can try for free at fantasygrounds.com. You can also get all of your miniatures from Wayland Games. Go to waylandgames.co.uk and get yourself a huge range of D&D, Warhammer, and 40k minis for 20% off. Such a good deal because I have a mini thing and I need more minis. This week, though, our sponsor has returned from Tabletop Loot, who sell incredible dice. When we hit 20 retweets, we give away a set of dice for you to win in chat when you retweet this thing, that thing. Bow. Yes, and we hit it last time, and I believe Snow Dogs was our fantastic dice winner for the evening. And finally, though, I would like to remind you how you can interact with today's game. You can donate to impact the game by giving the players natural 1s, natural 20s, wild magic surges, and this month's special, a table of pets, which is this one. We have a donation that was given last time, and we will eventually bring it into the game. There is a pet, particularly a dinosaur, that is coming to this game, and I'm very excited. It's just not coming in quite yet. And for Tales from the Loop, if you're not familiar with it, there are no D20s. We roll D6s, and if you roll a 6, you are successful in your action, typically. So you can donate to basically make people succeed or not succeed. Still say that? Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. I love you. We're good. We're doing great. And also, if there's a moment that you truly love during the show, please clip it on Twitch, because we'll be using those as highlight reels on the Twitters. With that being said, who wants to recap? Because we are going to just kick it right back into this. You will get an automatic success if you.
So here's what happened last time.
I like how we all just held out.
Because I've been practice rolling my 10d6 and did it about 6 times and succeeded once. So I'm going to recap last episode. Ritter got yelled at by his mom, and Silas was upset about it. And Darcy made decorations for the Valentine's Day dance, which we all went to. and Ashley had to go with Brian, and it sucked. But Brian is a creep and had another date anyway, so it kind of worked out. We all look amazing, and then the Kraken came out of the locker room and killed the three of us, but not until we were very, very mean to Darcy, because it was all a dream. And then we woke up.
More like Darcy woke up.
Right.
Yeah, you
I don't
were
know
all
what I was
having, you were dancing, enjoying yourselves.
Doesn't mean I weren't asleep for it.
Well,
that's
damn.
not a comment on anything. I just said something.
Cool.
That's sass.
Well, no, that was so much sass from Silas. That was beautiful. Well done. Make sure to remember that you get 1 automatic success for tonight. So well done. So where we will begin is Darcy is still kind of hanging out with Ashley. Darcy, unfortunately, was not able to join us this evening. So we will kind of NPC her for a little bit, not too much, though. And she seems quite shaken, or as the youths would say, shooketh. She didn't have a good evening so far. Thank you.
Which youths?
Not us.
The youths. No, well, we've learned, not us. She's kind of been clinging to you, Ashley, and you've maybe had a couple dances together, and nobody seems to be paying mind. This is a high school dance. Either you're there to actually like dance and have fun, or you are just totally off to the side wishing that you were having fun. Excuse me. And Ritter and Silas, what have you both been up to as the evenings kind of progressed?
I assumed dancing and or smooches. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, if we're going from exactly where we left off, I mean, it was probably like a couple hours into the dance, so it was probably a lot of dancing and smooches.
Okay.
Proving that we're a thing.
Yeah,
Totally.
So during the time when Darcy was asleep, I feel like I sat on the bleachers and wrote my postcard out, and then stuck it back in my bag. And then once Darcy woke back up, we did a little bit more just like absurd height mismatched dancing. I envision that probably like at least once, like we did the thing where she stands on my toes and I hold her and we kind of like, waddle around, having a good time, just not paying attention to Brian or anybody else.
I would like you all to make the first roll of the night.
Don't make us move. Don't make us move to fall.
Oh.
No.
Please make a perception check, which is not a perception check.
That's fine.
Comprehend.
No, it's we use investigate. Yeah.
Okay. Hey.
Success.
1 success. 2 success. Haha.
Whoa! You're
We'll
already 200% better than you did last time.
Yeah.
All right. So, as you're all really just kind of grateful to have a night that you can finally enjoy, you can be a kid. Despite everything that's been going on, all of the troubles at home, the troubles at school, or within sports or other activities, missing family members, fighting horrible, bad monster creature things. It's been a good night for you. I don't think any of you have a condition. If you did have a condition, you can remove it. I don't think anybody has a condition right now. If you do, gone. Each of you, though, almost simultaneously, even though you're looking in different directions, you notice a shadow up against a wall or on top of the bleacher or peering out from beneath one of the tables that are holding punch. And that shadow is that of the cat, who glows slightly purple on the outside. And as soon as each of you see it, it disappears. And it reappears right by the doors, the entrance and exit doors to get into the gymnasium. And as you see it standing there for a moment, its crooked, kinked tail just kind of twitching, weirdly simultaneously staring at all of you. The doors kick open. The cat disappears. And there's a group of kids that come running into the gymnasium. Not many people seem to mind. They are loud, they are rowdy, but they seem incredibly troubled. There's a couple girls pulling on one of the guys, and one of the guys is trying to, push her off, reaching over to grab one of his friends who had been dancing, like, hey man, we need to go. We need to get out of here. To Darcy, this scene has already played out. These kids have seen something in the locker room. And they're trying to convince their friends that are still inside the gymnasium to leave. Being dicks and not warning anybody else, naturally. What are you doing?
I think Ritter grabs Silas's shoulders to get him to stop dancing. Go find where the girls are at. I'm gonna go talk to these guys.
Yes, that is a good idea. And I do.
Let's repeat history, guys.
Yeah!
Let's do the exact same thing. It'd be so good.
Right?
You practiced your lines, right?
Right down to being really mean to Darcy.
No. Right down.
No. Darcy, you need to go home. And then she goes home.
Okay. Bye.
Then we all die and we end the episode.
Yay! Thanks for playing Little Busters.
Okay, so you're at the dance again. Now it's Groundhog's Day. We'll just do it over.
God damn it.
So Ritter, you are approaching the group of friends who are kind of arguing and bickering, hushed amongst themselves. Like, we need to go. I don't want to go, man. What are you talking? You're crazy.
Hey guys, what's going on? I saw you guys came in super in a rush or whatever.
Dude, Callie, you need to get out of here, man. There's something fucking weird going on in the bathroom.
The bathroom?
And he kind of looks
at
you seriously. The girls' locker room.
What were you doing in the girls' locker room?
And one of the girls kind of blushes.
I'll never tell.
Ritter puts two and two together very easily, and he's like, but what's going on? Is there I don't know, is there something happening? Is someone breaking into the school, or?
Something fucking broke in the school, man. The place is trashed, and there's, I don't know, a fucking monster or something. We need to get out of here. This shit's when did Aliens come out? Was Aliens a 1980s thing?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It was a 70s thing.
I think it was a 1980s thing. Oh, 70s, yeah.
The first one came in 79, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's some fucking alien thing. Dude, you guys gotta go.
Okay, well...
Come on, let's just get the fuck out of here. I don't care. We'll go have a dance at Johnny's house. Fuck.
I think Ritter kind of tries to grab the one dude that's kind of hey, let's just go. And he's just maybe tell everybody else first.
Dude, fuck them. And he kind of shakes him off. He's like, you're lucky I told you. Get out of here if you know what's good for you. And the group kind of starts moving towards the door.
Just kind of shrugs up.
Fucking seniors. Such assholes.
Whatever.
No, these are probably juniors. The seniors might actually care about other people. Juniors think they're hot shit. These are juniors.
These are juniors. Fuck them.
16-year-olds. 17-year-olds.
It's like they turn off, and he's just like, "Oh, fucking! I hope they don't bite you on the way out. Whatever." Go to probably like I think like as he's trying to make his way back to Silas and Ashley and Darcy, he's kind of like going and telling like grabbing people by the shoulders, like, "Hey, something happened at the bathroom. You might want to jet. Hey, you might want to jet. There's like something happening at the locker room. Might want to get out." Like he's just kind of like casually warning people. And then pointing to the ruckus of people that had left before.
Go ahead and roll me charm.
Charm, my
You're
best
the new
skill.
kid walking in here,
2
telling
successes.
people. Excellent.
I'm also from California, so I'm hot shit.
Right. You have a little bit of popularity there, and some kids don't. They just don't get it, or they don't know you. It's kind of a big school, but surprisingly enough, some of them are like, "Oh, like is somebody hurt, or are the cops here?" Like they're trying to ask you some questions, but like as you kind of shoo them towards the exit, like some of them are starting to leave.
Yeah, he'll probably just say like, "Cops aren't here yet. Probably best to get out before you're questioned, right?"
Oh,
Don't want to get stuck here all
the
night.
punch. yeah, they're some of them are definitely like, "Oh fuck, dude, I've got weed on me."
Yeah, dude, totally get
We need
out
to go.
while you still can. Go.
All right, thanks, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, dude, totally.
That was rad. And so, like, some of them will start, making their way out, grabbing whatever stuff they left behind. Silas and Ashley, and
Yes,
Darcy.
so Darcy's there too. I weave my way through the crowd and look for an oversized rainbow backpack, and find it.
Cannot miss it. Cannot miss it.
Also,
Ashley,
the tall girl that looks like Big Bird tonight.
She is beautiful.
It was such a cute dress. I liked it.
Ashley, Darcy, did you happen to see Mr. Blink just now?
Is that what that was? Ugh.
I don't know what's going on, but somebody is saying something has happened in the locker room. I think we need to go investigate.
We do not have our bags.
Darcy will be like, oh. I had a dream about the locker room, and like there is something really scary in there. But I mean, there was also like sports sticks, but you all said some really mean things in there.
What? Ashley's just gonna look at Silas like,
What happened in this dream? Did you see anything?
Well, yeah, I saw a lot of things, and like you were mean. You said I was small, and you told me to go home, but there was also a bad thing, and you wouldn't let me help. And then the bad thing got you all.
all right, let's not do that. I mean, you are small, but like that's actually a good thing. It hurts my back to wash dishes. Being tall kind of sucks.
Completely misses.
Does it?
Often.
Oh. I mean, I know it was a dream. Well, it wasn't really a dream. It was more like a nightmare. But Mr. Blink was there. Mr. Blink saved me.
Okay, so
You
now
saw, yeah,
Awful
the
Cat
cat.
showing us the future. This is not good. Let's not go to where we died then. Where's Ritter? Where's Ritter?
I'm assuming Ritter's coming over.
Yeah, I figure. Yeah, you're wading through the crowd.
It's fucking just like, hey guys, you should probably get the fuck out of here, and talking about weed, and then just coming over. All right, I warned as many people as I can. If the rest stay and bad things happen, that's totally not my fault. What's up? You guys saw the weird Blinky cat, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Mr. Blink.
Yeah. I think Mr. Blink wants us to go through the doors here.
Hi.
You guys both look super pale. What's up? You didn't drink the spiked punch, do you?
Oh, just a little bit, but that's not... I think Blinky Cat is showing us the future where we die, and so maybe we don't go.
Whoa. Wait, what? What do you mean we died?
Darcy had a dream like mine with Mr. Blink when it showed things that were going to happen, and apparently we all died.
How do we die? Actually, I don't want to know. No.
He leans down to Darcy and he's like, you can whisper to me. I that way we know like not to do those things.
That's
You
actually a good
drowned.
point.
Oh, that's
Okay,
awful.
no.
But I gotta swim.
Terrible.
Nope.
But I can swim though.
Well, there was this like
Wait.
He like leans down more.
but Ashley's telling her to wait, so she's like waiting.
No, I said great, not wait.
Oh,
Great.
nailed it! Listening
Great.
skills, perfect. There was like an angry octopus in the pool, and it had like at least 50 eyeballs. And
Okay.
it grabbed you all and it pulled you into the pool.
So you're saying that there's a giant octopus in the pool that's gonna kill us all?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Cool. So let's get some electrical equipment and we're gonna throw it in the pool. And that'll kill like whatever's in there, right?
Britta, I don't know about you, Ashley, but I can't swim with my leg this way.
I can't swim at all. That's not... I... No.
See?
Looks at Silas. Okay, babe. You were dancing the whole night without it, right?
And he just looks, he's not holding his cane, and kind of like reaches
you got
out
it
and
in the
grabs your
dream.
shirt a little bit.
Yeah, you were doing fine before, right?
He's leaning on you a little bit harder.
Mm.
I mean,
Sighs.
I know that it might be scary, and it was really scary. But Mr. Blink said that we were really close and that there's something beneath the school.
Okay. So instead of going to the pool, why don't we go to the basement? I mean, they have like weird like tornado-y shelter things here, right?
Mm-hmm. Well,
So
I don't know. I don't go here.
I know, little lady. I'm sorry. And it kind of like he pats her on the head. But it kind of like leans over and like while still having Silas leaning on him. He kind of like pulls the flap open for Sal. Sal, dude, do you got the map and like do you like sense like bad things?
And like Sal's head will pop up and kind of look around like, oh god, I'm free. His one arm, the egg beater arm, like raises up and just like he's stretching, and then he looks to you and looks down and can't get his other arm out, the plastic alligator or T-Rex clip because it's too long.
He'll reach in and pull. There is a bad thing here, dude. No, he pulls out the arm.
Oh, okay. The arm is holding like a couple sheets of paper that had been crayoned on that were was the sketch of the map that he had been interfacing with back in the bunker.
I do not sense bad things right now. I detect good jams.
And he starts mimicking the music that is currently playing overhead by the DJ.
He kind of nods, takes the papers, puts the flap back over, and then gives the papers to Silas.
If there is no immediate threat, maybe we could go off somewhere and plan where we're going to take these map pictures. I'm wearing a dress right now. I'd really like to put pants back on.
I mean, do you have a second set of clothes? Dude, that's so smart. Why didn't we do that?
I don't have a second set of clothes, is what I'm saying.
Oh, well,
I don't even have
understand.
My gym clothes in my locker because they were all dirty and I had to take them home.
Oh, you sneaky motherfucker! I was going to ask that.
That wasn't a character.
You sneaky motherfucker!
Let Silas say fuck.
Spyless, we're right.
No.
Minus 10 DKP, Silas.
Oh gosh.
World of Warcraft.
Okay, I didn't. Never played World of Warcraft. I know. Look at me, but I never did. But so he just says, I understand that we are not as well equipped as we maybe should be, but it seems like whatever is happening right now. So either we ignore it and leave, or face it, or go to the basement and try to chase whatever is down there. But I don't know what we should do next.
It's either that or we check out the locker room. I mean, that's where the one dude said it was wrecked by like some sort of monster, which sounds to me like bad things.
Okay.
The girls' locker room.
But I'm not going anywhere near the pool. Deal?
I mean, yeah, we just don't go through the connecting door.
That it works for me. I can't swim right now. But yes, we will go to the locker room and investigate and maybe find where this thing came from. If we know it goes to the pool, Darcy, then we don't have to go there. But we need to know where it came from.
Okay.
Darcy?
It would be nice if, like, Mr. Blink helped more.
I can't
Mr.
tell
Blink
what...
helped in the dream.
And he helped me as well, so I don't know what he is doing.
Maybe he just wants to be our friend.
I mean, Sal doesn't think he's a bad thing. Maybe he's just like...
Sal doesn't know what bad things are.
He kind of
I'm sorry.
Pats him on the shoulder. Okay. Why don't you go get your cane and we'll go check out the locker room, okay?
Oh, the cane is a great idea. I don't have my bat. I can use that.
Right. Yeah. That. Well, there's also sports sticks in the locker room.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of those.
Like hockey sticks.
Yeah.
Okay.
But before we go, first thing is first. I think, Darcy, I think you should go home.
I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
Fucking Brit's face.
God.
You fucker! Oh my god!
Logan.
Douche. Oh, I'm so glad she's not actually here.
Oh God.
Someone clip that.
Oh my God. You're terrible.
We love you, Natalie.
Yes, Silas?
Oh, sorry, I just blacked out there for a second. No, let's just go.
Oh, okay. She'll start moving with you.
I want to talk about the
His
perfect
game.
Darcy impression, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's super
right?
good.
Thank you. I try. Still can't do Chloe. Cannot do Chloe.
Chloe is a very magical being. There is only one.
Incredibly so. Like a legit unicorn. Oh, I love Chloe. All right, so
So Ashley
What are you
will reach down with her left hand and offer it to Darcy.
and Darcy will go ahead and happily take it.
Okay. But also kind of like, doing that thing where like she's walking like half a walk beat in front of Darcy. So this is like a
Mhm.
protective thing, but not like an overbearingly protective thing.
I don't think Darcy would even notice. I think that would go completely over her head.
Everything goes over her head. Have you seen
Yeah,
her?
I know. I that one I watched. I set that up. I was
But
hoping you just
it's
let
okay.
it go.
It's okay. We're all ghosts in the end anyway.
At least you get legs now.
That's true. Big meaty legs. Anyway, on to the locker room.
So you're heading straight to the locker room. Okay.
Yep.
The door seems unlocked. You can easily walk in. The lights are off. And if you do choose to walk in, it's looking like the same scene that had been in Darcy's dream sequence last week. If you flick the light on, some of the lockers are just completely knocked over. Others are just slashed across. The contents spilling out. So there's sports sticks and sports balls and some, like old jerseys and whatnot that have been left out there for the weekend. Some of the benches that people can sit on are just completely ripped up, moved across the way. This place has been wrecked.
Do we see that hole that you mentioned?
Yes, if you continue to kind of walk through, you can actually hear the sounds of like busted pipes. So there's water that's just kind of like spurting out. And yeah, in the shower area, the tiles are just completely broken through, scattered all about, a massive hole, maybe about 2 feet. 2 feet wide. And just water is like, kind of like falling back into the hole.
Holy
Can I
shit.
investigate the situation?
You absolutely can.
3 successes.
Oh goodness!
We'll just let you
Glad
do
to have
it.
you back.
So, can I assume that everything is the same from when I saw it in the dream?
Yes.
Okay.
Then
I'll,
we should explain that though, because there might be some friends here who did not catch last week's episode.
yes.
Reminder. So what you do see is kind of skimming off, like the water doesn't seem to be mixing with this other substance that's on the ground, and you've seen this substance before. it's very brown and viscous. And as you go in to kind of touch it, smell it, you know exactly what this is. It's putrid scent immediately just fills your senses and sends you flashbacks to when you were literally arm deep into the baby frog monster. And it is definitely something from a bad thing, or the residue from a bad thing. And the more that you are looking around, you notice some areas are slightly corroded, a little bit of that yellow ichor being left behind, still trying to eat away at the wood of a bench, or kind of seeping through part of a locker that had just been knocked over. So you're very familiar with these substances.
Okay, can I ask one more question?
Mm-hmm.
How deep, straight down, can I see the bottom of the hole that this thing came out of with my flashlight? Or is
with your flashlight,
tunneling straight up?
It is. There's enough water that's kind of obscuring how deep this can go, but if you kind of just shift off to the side. Honestly, it only looks like it's a couple feet deep. There's just dirt and some concrete, foundation materials at the bottom.
Okay, it doesn't look like we could go down it to go where it came from. It's blocked,
if you were to jump down, it would the hole would probably come up to your chest.
Okay. So explain everything. Obviously, this is the this is all the bad things. It's the same. Don't touch it. But the hole looks like it was mostly filled in when the creature came up, so we can't go down that way. But it might be a good idea to go under the school to see where it came from.
I think Ritter is kind of looking around at the amount of damage that was done. And he's like, no offense, dude, but I was saying that the whole D&D thing, or we should have swords and shields and stuff like that. That kind of sounds like that applies now. And he kind of his hand touches one of the giant gouges that's in the locker. Imagine that's happening on metal, dude. Think about what's going to happen on flesh.
While they're having this conversation, Ashley is going to ransack the lockers to find the beefiest sports equipment that she can. I'm talking padding and big ol' Brit doesn't sports. What were the things we had last time? Lacrosse sticks?
Sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Things like
so
that.
there's probably maybe one or two sets of complete catcher's gears. Lacrosse in the 80s didn't really have.
I don't know.
You don't really wear pads.
Baseball bat.
Does this school have a cricket program?
No.
You gotta know what a crumpet is to understand
Some
cricket.
leftover football gear.
Midwest.
Okay, so the catcher's gear, like with the face thing, I'm gonna throw that at Silas and Darcy because they got the prettiest faces, I guess.
I was gonna say particularly by 10.
Arbitrary right now. And I'm just throwing like bits of padding at them and telling them to just strap it on. And then I myself, I'm gonna put one of those like chest, like things on catcher gear thing. I'm gonna be like prioritizing throwing most of this stuff at Silas and Darcy because I think Ashley has this impression that they might be the most delicate.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's a very fair assessment.
I haven't
Darcy's
demonstrated
trying
otherwise.
to figure out how to put all the stuff on.
So you've got all this padding and stuff tossed your way.
I don't think Ritter would mind because one's tiny and one's been complaining about his leg hurts really bad. So,
Okay.
No, I mean, he will take a lacrosse stick if he's given a weapon.
Yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of literal sports sticks. You know, hockey stick, lacrosse stick, baseball bats,
Pool
both
cues.
aluminum and wood.
I'm
Golf
gonna take
clubs,
an aluminum baseball bat.
stuff like that.
I'll
I
take a
didn't
9
say I had
hour.
it, so I don't have my bat.
Okay.
So
Well,
Okay.
Ritter, what do you think we should do? Ashley, should we go after it or?
Well, we're at least a little bit protected now, or you guys are.
we at least need to see. Maybe not fight. But we should probably find out.
Well, remember, Robo-Man doesn't sense any bad things.
Yeah, and that's weird, because where did it go?
Well,
He kind of like looks up like the pipes that are all broken.
it could be anywhere.
Fuck.
Darcy, in your dream, did you see what we did to get caught? Or you said we all went to the pool, yes?
Yeah, but no. You told me to go home, and so I left. But then I came back because there were bad things, and it was safer in here. And then I heard you scream through that door. And she points over to the, the opposite door that leads into like the pool area. And you were all there, and the thing had you all, and you were still really mean, and then it drowned you all and me.
Well,
Actually,
don't
does
worry,
not like the sound of drowned you all.
no one's gonna get drowned, okay? Like, it's totally cool.
And like Ritter like goes over to the door, but he takes a hockey stick and kind of tries to like jam the door more just to kind of prove a point.
See? No problem. But Ash, you know the school better than any of us. Do you even know how to get down to the basement?
Do I even know how to get down to the basement?
Well, go ahead and roll. What would this be? This would be like a recall, so comprehend.
Cool.
Comprehend.
I think I know how to get down to the basement.
Oh, do you now?
All right. Maybe. I don't know.
So, and this, trying to figure out how to explain how you would know. You've occasionally had to go get like additional sports equipment, and you know that there's at least like a storage area underneath like the locker rooms and kind of like the sports area of the school. There is definitely like a storage unit, and that you do have to go through the pool and kind of past the like the coach's office, and then there is like a stairwell that'll take you downstairs.
Okay. When you ask Ashley that, she kind of gulps. The only way I know how to get down there is past the pool. I had to go down there a couple weeks ago to do the seasonal change in equipment.
He kind of like looks back to the hockey stick that he put in front of the door, and he's like,
Well, shit. All right.
and he pulls it up. You know, it kind of sets it off to the side. He's like, all right, you guys just hang out over there real quick. I'm just going to poke my head in. It can't like grab me by the face or whatever, right?
Well, I mean, it kind of wrapped itself around your whole body. It was like a really big octopus.
Okay, but it can't have like 50-foot long arms, does it?
Well, I mean, it lifted all of you into the air. So it was at least 60 feet.
Yups. Okay, it's whatever. It's fine. Again, Sal doesn't say any bad things, so just stay over there.
Darcy will kind of take like the backpack off and like open up, the pouch so Sal can poke his head out. Sal seems to notice the trail. But doesn't say anything.
His like hands like on the door as he watches Sal for any indicators, and he's like, "Okay." And then he's gonna
bad things.
See, it's cool. He kind of grabs the handle, turns slowly, creaks it open like a couple inches, peeks through the crack. If he doesn't see anything through the crack, then he opens it up more to stick his head through. He's being brave, okay?
He's being very brave. So it's dark, but the pool area is still lit. There's kind of like emergency lighting, but that's always on unless the main lights are turned on. And you're as soon as you open the door, you're hit with that like humid, chlorine-filled air. And it seems quiet. You could follow the trail as it kind of curves down the hall towards the pool itself. Because right now you're like in a hallway. Because next to you, like the next door over, would be like the boys' locker room, and then the coach's office is a little further down. But you notice that the brownish trail definitely heads towards the pool.
Do I notice whether or not there's water in the pool?
If you peek your head out a little further, you'd be able to see better.
Yeah.
And you have to walk a little further and a little further. When you finally can see water in the pool, it's about half empty, which is not what it should be. And inside the pool is another massive hole. And there's just a little whirlpool of the water that is quietly being drained. This is such an insurance shithole. It's just being sucked out.
Oof.
Robertson writes, "Thank you for the raid. Welcome."
I think Ritter, he takes like a deep breath at that. Wants to call out to the others, but is worried it's going to come back out of the hole. So he turns back around, walks very slowly back to the door, opens the door, sticks his head into the locker room, and he's like,
Okay, so there's a reason why Sal doesn't sense any bad things. It made a killer hole at the bottom of the pool, and it's draining the fuck out everywhere.
I mean,
Sounds good to me.
he'll look to Darcy, and he's like, so we're not going to drown, but we either
That's good.
follow it through the hole, or we go down the way that Ash said.
Oh. Well, I mean, I don't want to go down a hole. The thing killed us all in my dream.
Right, totally. Okay, we'll go Ash's way.
We've talked about this. We need to be more prepared. And the way I think that we're going to be more prepared for when we encounter this thing because that could go anywhere, is to get more information. So, basement?
Yes, it looks like it came from below, and that's where it looks like it went. If anything, if we find anything, it will be below. But yes, I don't want to jump into a drain.
Okay, so we'll do that then.
Well, you sound upset. I think we're gonna break our ankles if we try to, like, jump down a hole.
Oh, no, I'm totally fine with going down to the basement.
Okay.
He's just like, he
Yeah.
probably looks like a couple shades paler because something to make that a massive amount of a hole in a pool going through concrete and stuff like that is probably a little disconcerting. So he's just like, okay. I can do
Yeah,
this.
and also probably considering the fact that the pool is still draining, it definitely wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, Ritter's
Silas
purposely
would
not
understand that hardcore.
Ritter's
He's smart
purposely
enough.
not saying that probably.
I mean, Silas, we're supposed to sort of back your detective work on this. Do you wanna? What do you?
I say we go to the basement, and if we see trouble, we should leave. It's not. They will not have this cleaned up by tomorrow. We can always come back with swords and shields.
Better bats and fire.
Or
Electrical
electricity.
equipment. Yeah.
Yeah, electricity. They're both like, yeah, electricity.
Oh, Silas, it didn't like your watch.
What? What do you mean?
The light. Before you died, you gave me your watch, and the the light was on, and it didn't like it. So maybe it's scared of the light instead of the dark, which is weird.
Maybe it's like a mole octopus. So it's like sensitive to light and stuff.
Is there an American sport that involves bright lights that you hold and walk around with? I don't know.
This isn't Tron.
I don't think so.
Then there
What
won't
about,
be
like-
any in the locker room.
But wait, but like, isn't there normally like spotlights or whatever that you use on the field, like especially for night games?
Yeah, but they're up in the stands and they're installed.
But you said that there's extra equipment down in the basement, right?
Maybe there's sporting equipment down there. I mean, there might also be maintenance stuff, but I didn't stay down there long enough to look.
Okay. Well, something to investigate, right?
Right. I will take the lead and
Click.
I will keep my light on.
Ashley's just
Which
really
isn't a
regretting
phrase, it's just
not-
something that he says.
Ashley's really regretting not bringing her like pre-bug out bag to this situation.
Lessons learned.
It's a freaking dance, okay?
That is true.
The lesson.
Gizmo.
Yeah, never go to a
All
dance.
That's the real moral of this story.
I think yeah, as like Ritter's trying to like think of like other light sources, he does think of his lighter. And he kind of like pats it, looks at Silas, and he's like, maybe he won't know what this is. And he takes the lighter out, the zone clicks.
It's not a lot, but I mean, maybe it's a natural light too.
Roll comprehend. Roll comprehend.
I was gonna say, yeah, can I?
Ritter, where did you find that?
Oh, it's something I've had from California.
Can I roll comprehend?
Yes. Yes, you can.
No. Fail.
Oh, I'd like to automatically succeed on this one.
Oh, are you kidding me? You're gonna waste it?
The whole
I'm not gonna
adventure
waste it,
is supposed
goddammit.
to end here tonight, and you're using your auto success on this. I love
wait.
it.
Oh god, I forgot the adventure's supposed to end. Shit. Well, never mind. I already said it.
No,
Um,
just do it. It's fine. It's whatever. You're fine.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
you
that's
realize,
all right.
Gnome? Like, you throw horror and mystery at us, and we just do other shit.
Yes.
To deal with it.
You have to compensate. Like, there's got to be balance.
Oh
yeah,
Silas doesn't say anything at the moment. He just kind of nods and moves ahead. But he knows.
But
Lighters can be used for many things, like lighting incense.
And meth.
cover up pot smoke smell.
Ritter hasn't reached meth levels yet, okay?
I hope not.
Yet? Why did you
No.
say yet?
Tales from the Flood coming up.
I know, right?
Or things from the flood. Something flooded.
Oh my
Something-
God.
The basement. Ah.
Octopuses from
Oh
the
yeah, the
flood. Let's
basement's
go.
probably totally flooding right now.
Let's go to the basement.
Oh my god, is this the flood? No, how about we go to the basement, huh?
How about you
We're
go to
gonna-
the basement? Let's go to the basement.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna go down to the basement, walk through a time rift, and then it's gonna be in the 90s. And then
No, it's just a really long set of stairs.
See, what Gnome doesn't realize is that this right now is the cat giving Gnome a nightmare, where the players get there on track.
Blake
I think we're
Cat,
just
where
delaying
are
the
you?
inevitable.
It's time.
Okay.
We go to the basement.
Go to the basement. So, Ashley, you've been here before, not often,
Sure
and
have.
it's spooky. It's poorly lit. There's like maybe one or two light bulbs that actually still work. Tons of just sports equipment. There might even be some theater stuff mixed in. Just kind of a place where like a mishmash of things have been stored. And if you recall, the high school is about 100 years old, so it is an old facility. So there's all sorts of weird stuff down here. Some of it is incredibly dusty. Some of it is still like in boxes. So that's... And without Silas's light right now, and the two, again, they're really poorly lit. It's very hard to see down there. It's also very, like, damp and musty. And maybe a little wet. Some of that
Chlorine.
water's gotta go somewhere. Well, that's a lot of water leaking.
I mean, I guess, can I just roll a general investigate check, though?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fucking sick.
I mean, I'll
And because
look
you're
around.
using your light, you get +2.
Hey, here's the
You're
fun
using a
thing.
lot.
That's a fail with 10d6.
Oh my god. And then we both got successes.
That's been 40. That is 40 dice you have rolled and had 0 successes on.
Hey Michael, you know what you could have done? You could have used that auto success on that instead of figuring out my lighter.
You know, here's the thing. I'm not a power gamer. I kind of like to go for the story, play it the way it was meant to be played.
Okay. That's completely fair.
All right, so
But anyway,
Ashley and
I
Ritter, you
failed.
both got a success?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and ask the question.
Oh, shit. Where's that cheat sheet again? I
So
need that
page
cheat sheet.
75 if you have the book. What is hidden here and where is it?
That is such a cheating question.
Okay, fine.
No. That's fine. No. It's on it. It's fine. Ritter,
Just
what
make
is
him
your question?
ask his own questions like I do.
I know. I was gonna say like I don't have the list of questions in front of me. But I think one of
You can ask whatever.
okay. I think I would like to ask the question of are there any immediate signs of danger right like in and around our immediate vicinity?
Okay. So are you kind of grouped together, or have you kind of like sifted apart a little bit to explore?
I don't think I would have gone too far.
Yeah, not
I
too
think
far.
we're all
I
terrified.
I'm the only
been,
light.
honestly, I think
Okay.
I would have just been like kind of casually looking around when
Mhm.
Silas was doing his thing.
Okay. So Ritter, you're paying attention more to make sure that there's like every time that your boot hits the ground or your sneaker hits the ground, you hear like a of just water. It's definitely the pool is seeping into this area, so it's very hard to be quiet down here.
Mhm.
And you're kind of like looking around, you're clutching your 9-iron, and you haven't seen. I mean, some stuff in here is broken, but probably just because it broke from its standard use or from being thrown in here. It doesn't seem like anything is intentionally knocked over. Again, some of the dusty areas are still dusty. There's still cobwebs in some corners. It doesn't appear like there's anything that is immediately dangerous in this room.
Okay. There's just some lingering effects. I think just as a precaution, I'm going to take the canary out, aka Sal, from the bag and kind of set him down. Just kind of like be like, all right, dude.
Like as soon as he like touches the ground, his feet, he looks back up to you and like raises his arms.
Sal wants ups.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. I guess it's gross. All right.
And he kind of leans back down and picks Sal back up.
Sal will though go ahead and kind of like turn on some music, so the area that usually illuminates when sound is playing as he speaks helps brighten up some of the areas.
Okay, cool. That's
So
both
you got a
good
little
and
more
bad.
light. Yeah, also that.
It also knows where we are now. Great. Ritter kind of like he hears like, I don't know, Bon Jovi comes on.
He's just like, okay, dude, this is not time for the Jovi. Can you just play some like static or something like that?
Okay.
Okay, lower the volume.
He like goes to grab one of the knobs to try to turn the volume down.
Comes off. Ah, my eye.
My eyeball.
I'm so sorry.
I can't see. No, he doesn't see. It's fine. So, yeah, his volume will go a little lower. There's like some white noise now, but you do have a better source of light. Ashley, as you are all kind of like looking around, Darcy's even maybe like kind of like touching some stuff like, ooh, what's this? Ooh, what's this? And you're kind of watching over her. You notice in the corner, there is like a rack or like a shelving unit. One of those like aluminum shelving units. So it's like, they're always rickety. I don't know. They fucking suck for me. So if you were to like touch it, it feels like it would just totally collapse. And it's got a couple like boxes of like balls on it, maybe a couple like baseball mitts, some like old cleats that have probably been there since like the 50s. But you notice as Silas kind of just like moves and his arm moves with the light, something reflects the light over there, something slightly golden that's behind the shelving unit, which, if you go to inspect, there is not a lot of dust on this particular shelving unit.
I'll do that thing where I'm like looking at it, but then I just kind of like reach over and I smack Silas a little bit.
Smack the wall.
Hey. Silas.
What?
Come here. Can you shine your light in that corner?
Oh, yeah, I do. I shine it over there.
Yeah, and now with the light totally focusing in that area, Silas, you kind of like wave it around a bit until you also see this glimmering of gold. And it's a doorknob. Upon closer inspection, you do notice that there is a door partially being blocked by this shitty shelving unit. I really hate them.
Vendetta against shelving units.
Ashley will just look at Silas, shrug, and hoist the shelving unit away.
Okay. Roll me a
That's all I got.
force.
Yeah.
Your best stat.
It's not quite my best stat, but it's up there. All right. 1 success.
Excellent. Yeah, go ahead and describe how this thing just falls apart as you move it.
Why
Just
does it have to
carelessly
break?
move it.
You've got a vendetta.
Because that's how those
Poorly
shelving
made.
units work, okay? Real
Okay.
life experience.
So
Besides,
Ashley
it
gets
needs
real
to make as much
cocky.
noise as possible.
All of the noise.
So Ashley gets real cocky and grabs the side posts of it and goes to just like hoist it to her right, and I feel like it probably like I'm trying to find the right word, like diagonally like twists and bends, and just the shelves clatter down
Fucking shelves.
all the way over, like just cascading down. But the door is open, or is free. now.
Dude, Ash! He's like, why did you make so much noise?
I'm sorry.
The shelves are shitty.
No,
It's starting to
maybe.
sound like Gnome doesn't know how to put together a shelving unit.
I mean,
But anyway, yes, Ashley, shush. Hold on. I'm sorry, I got heated there. Have your weapons at the ready. I will go first.
And I go to it's just a normal ass doorknob with a normal ass door and a wall.
yeah.
I'll open it if I can.
And
I don't think the octopus set a trap.
And strangely enough, it is unlocked. And the door opens. Doesn't make a noise, but it is very, very dark. And before you, you see another set of stairs descending. And the light that you're shining from your watch only goes so far.
Is this reminding me of the creepy lab?
This reminds me of my dream as well. There was that's something I didn't investigate. In the bunker, I dreamed that there was a secret door that led deeper in. I don't... Just keep your weapons ready. I will light the way as best as I can.
Wait, let me go first.
And he kind of like, he grabs Silas's shoulder and he kind of points to Sal.
Sal's like emitting like way more light right now.
I am not as good at fighting, so you need to be ready. I will take the boy.
The boy. Okay. Sal. Silas is gonna hold you for a little bit. Okay.
And he just kind of like leans into you a little more.
I don't think he wants you to hold him.
Sal.
Ashley will put her hand on Sal. It'll be okay, just this once.
Silas has cold hands.
He can't help that. It's called a medical condition. You'd know if you had veins.
Sal, I'm sorry for how I have behaved. Maybe I don't know, but you are a better tracker of these creatures than I am, and that is something I didn't want to admit. So if you will allow me to help you down the stairs, I will hopefully help you find the bad thing.
I want to find bad things. Let's find them.
Cool. All right, good. I'm glad we all made up.
And then he kind of hands Sal off.
And so I'm going. So I've got Sal and like the light and my cane, and I just like don't know, and I hand the cane back to Ritter and just try to like slowly go down the thing, shining my light as far forward as I possibly can.
So you slowly make your way down the stairs, the rest of the gang following behind you. And it feels like forever. This feels impossibly deep, even deeper than the bunker, which, I mean, the bunker was only like 20 feet down or whatever, but this is a long stairwell, and it is incredibly narrow and just uncomfortable. And eventually your light hits an end. You're able to see the outline of another door. This time, though, is made of concrete and painted black. There are no windows in, and it has a lever, which you can clearly see with the light.
Like a lever on the side, like the side of the wall that will open the door, or a lever on the door to. Okay.
I'm sorry, yeah. Like on the side, like you would have to pull down or push up to activate some sort of mechanism.
Well, do we want to go in?
Came this far, right?
Yeah.
Ritter goes over and just flips the switch.
Nothing happens.
Okay, let's go home.
Okay, I quit. Ritter's just like standing there with it. He's like, okay, is there a trick to this?
Go ahead and roll. Boom, 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 boom. As you're looking at it, you notice that there are strange. There's a panel next to it that has a couple strange caricatures drawn on him.
Do I recognize these characters from anything in the bunker, or
No, not at all. I'm not even having you rolling.
okay? Silas just kind of, Ritter just kind of looks at the panel and he's just kind of like, is this like some weird alien language? Because I have no idea what these things are supposed to be.
So none of us would recognize this at all.
Nope.
Is there anything else on the panel besides the characters? Are they just written on there or carved in there or something like that?
They look like they're like embossed.
Okay.
It almost looks like buttons.
Darcy?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any paper that you wouldn't mind ruining?
Oh, yeah, okay. And she'll pull out her backpack, pull out her sketch pad, and just rip a page out and hand it to you. Here you go.
Oh, no. Can you do that thing, we had to, a couple years ago, we had to go to in class, a graveyard and put paper on the gravestone and then scribble all over it so that we could get the stuff copied.
It's called an etching.
Oh. I wasn't paying that much attention. Yeah, can you etch that?
I don't know. And she'll pull her backpack out again and take out some crayons and put the paper up there. But it's up here for her, 'cause she's so short.
Ritter will pick her up and so she can reach.
Yeah, so she just starts coloring over them. As she's doing that, though, you can hear just the faintest hum anytime that she applies pressure to each key. It's like running your hand flat across a keyboard. So the buttons are being pressed. Nothing's happening, but they are being pressed.
Huh. It's kind of making noise every time you do that, Darcy. What happens if you press all of them?
Like this? And she tries to just mush the paper up against it all. And you again hear... Oh, God.
Well, the second she does that, he tries to flip the switch again.
Nothing happens.
God, this is nothing like a video game. This is bogus.
Is there any... Do you say there's strange characters we don't recognize? Can you describe them, or does that not matter?
It's not going to matter. Darcy will, though, finish her her drawing and... Okay, here you go. And hand it off to Ashley. She wanted it.
They don't match anything on the papers that I gave to Silas, right? Because Sal was doing a lot of scribblings and stuff like that.
The scribbling
Sal, do you know
Sal
what
was
these
doing
are?
was an identical copy of the map. Of the
Just
school.
another map. Okay.
Mhm.
But I think Ritter will kind of slap the key, the pad. It's like, Sal, do you know what this is at all, dude?
Sal looks up to it.
I am not familiar with this technology.
Can you hack into the system?
Sal kind of looks down and holds his weird arms up. He can't. Somebody else has to program him that way. Daquan has done it before.
I was going to say Daquan. This is all Daquan's fault.
Yeah,
Didn't give him real arms.
people.
Have to
okay,
arms.
Chloe would kill me if I didn't get evidence, But also, she might know what this means. Because if this is some sort of password, we might be screwed for right now.
Ashley, I'd like you to make a comprehend check
Ew.
as you've been
Alright.
staring at it.
I think the dice are rigged tonight. Not gonna lie, I passed that somehow with my 3 comprehend total.
Hey, all right. So
Okay then, let's stare at it.
while everybody else is kind of talking, and you're like, Chloe would just, man, she would know what to do with this. Like, I don't understand. And like, you're kind of just like holding it up, and you can kind of, as Sal kind of looks towards you, which is really where like the panel is, the light from his face kind of shines through the etchings, and you notice that some of them are significantly darker than 3 of the others. So what it looks like is the impressions that Darcy had made show you some of the keys that have been used way more than others.
Ah! Oh, Silas.
What?
It's got to be that one, and that one. I don't know what.
How do you know?
Because they have been it. When you use something a lot and it kind of rubs down.
Ashley, that is brilliant. Here, take the boy.
Take our son.
Okay, is there anything significant about the ones that look more worn down, or no?
Nothing significant. There are 3 of them.
I just try them in random combinations until it works.
Okay, I would like you to go ahead and roll.
no.
Oh, yeah, we're rolling.
Oh dear.
Are you regretting wasting that automatic success now?
I think this is Tinker.
Fuck, really? Are you sure? Damn. All right. That's a success.
Yeah, because nice.
Oh.
Okay,
Thank
3
God.
dice.
nice. The very first combination that you just beep 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 randomly try, and again, it doesn't make beep noises. It makes like this soft, very light hum as you push the buttons. The entire panel, like a light, squares up around it, and it illuminates all of the buttons now.
Ritter just slowly reaches for the lever.
And you pull the lever down, and you hear like the door of the sound of concrete slowly sifting off to the side. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Gonna move in.
Okay.
Nah.
Nah, that's it. We're going
We're
home.
like, okay, let's go home.
Made it this far.
So I think I can take the boy back so that the others have free hands. And I shine my light forward, but I grab and squeeze Ritter's arm really, really hard, like a little too hard. Like I'm so fucking excited that we just got this keypad to open.
I feel like they both like kind of do like a bounce thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are like so smart.
And then I point the light inside, and we slowly move in, depending on what I see.
Okay. So, as you move in, you're kind of forced to walk through another, almost like a foyer, just like a very blank, dark area. And as you emerge from this slight hallway, we'll say, you see a large room. It is dark. It is cold. The walls are concrete and painted black, but there are alternating panels every couple of feet of bright yellow. Very, very familiar yellow. like Coca-Cola red. This is Synergy yellow. And there is soft light that hums slightly, blue in color, behind each of the panels that kind of help barely illuminate the room. And in the center of this room is a large round table. There are several chairs that occupy any open space around the table, and above, hanging from it, is what you would assume would be a light fixture, but it is currently turned off. Excuse me, also in the shape of a circle. There are some computer and mechanical components off to the side along the Synergy panels. And to the far end of the room, there is just a wall made of something you've seen before. Very similar to the lab in the bunker. There are cages. Some big, some small. Some of them aren't even cages, because you've seen this before in the principal's secret laboratory. There are a couple tubes. Large, tall in nature, maybe 7 or 8 feet up, that don't even touch the ceiling of this place. Filled with water or fluid of some sort. It occasionally bubbles and has a soft blue glow to it. And that's what you see.
Are there other doors? Did I miss whether or not this was the only door into this space?
This is the only door in and out.
I'm gonna just throw this out there. Is there a light switch?
There does not appear to be a switch, no.
For Ritter, this is all new. So Ritter's
It's kind of
just
new for
standing
me
there.
too, because I wasn't there for the principal fight.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
and Darcy.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the only person that would have any flashbacks or recollection of... I mean, you would know... Ritter may not know the Synergy stuff, as well as people who have grown up here or who have parents that work for Synergy. Ashley, you are the only one that recognizes the tubes, at least. Silas, you know the cages.
I know my mom works there, that's it. But I mean, he doesn't give a shit about what goes on over there.
Right, and she's so new that like you haven't grown up in this like the other kids.
Yeah,
have.
he has no idea. I think like Ritter seeing all of this, he kind of returns the favor by grabbing Silas by the arm and squeezes, and he's like, dude, this is like some sort of like evil villains like laboratory. Like hidden lair.
Feel free to disagree, but I would personally like to go, but maybe smash some stuff first.
That sounds like a good idea. I don't think any of this should be allowed to remain.
But wait, won't this help us try to figure out what else is going on here?
This is just more of that Principal Rose shit. Last time I ended up in a room like this with no more doors, people got shot at. I really don't want to be here. So,
Okay, do you just want to go?
these things are to do bad things.
I understand, but Ritter is right. This might be where we find the
Okay.
next piece.
I'm standing by the door. Look around.
Sal,
I think, like,
is
Ritter-
there a bad thing in here? Is there anything?
Sal looks around.
I do not detect bad things.
Okay, so keep keep an eye on the door, and we'll look around, okay?
Okay.
And actually,
And I put
you do
Sal
recall
down,
that
so.
Sal knew bad things when there had been like a whole tub of eels.
Oh,
So
that's
he
fair.
he can detect even if they're in like a container of sorts, but does not appear to be bad
Ashley's
things there.
less worried about bad things, which she has experienced, killing at this point, and more worried about more people, adults coming in with guns.
So just with the flashlight, I guess, and I've put Sal down so he can cause his own chaos somewhere else.
Sure.
Move chairs around. Can I just roll investigation? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Let's see. Nope, nothing on my end.
2 successes.
Okay. Do you have questions?
Okay. Okay, inside of the tubes, can I see what is in them?
There doesn't appear to be anything in them. It is they're empty. There's just fluid with some bubbles.
And so all the mechanical and computer stuff we would be able to see, does that just work? Or is it all just bits and parts?
Oh, no. It's like actual functioning panels.
Okay.
There are lights flickering, here and there. There's maybe like a little, like modem hum every so often, but they seem very much operational.
Okay, I absolutely look up and check the ceilings with my flashlight.
Okay. The ceiling is also painted black. Nothing really particular about it. The only thing that is hanging down is that big light fixture.
And there's nothing on the table?
There's nothing on the table.
Then I think I'll move to one of the computer banks.
I will point out too, though, it's not dusty in here. It is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You would know.
People have been using this room, and recently there is no dust accumulation anywhere. But there are no other doors out, it looks like, so I don't... If anyone was coming, they would be coming down those stairs and we would know.
Right. I can't seem to see anything really weirdly out of place.
And he's kind of opening a gate door and then closing it again. You said there was these weird circular panels on the floor?
No. The panels are Oh, me or
no? I was just wondering if there was circular panels on the floor, or are you saying those are on the walls?
They're on the walls. Like
Okay.
the Rick Synergy areas are like computer panels themselves, but computers that you've never seen before. Like this is some future shit.
Right. Okay.
This is Rick Synergy shit.
Mm-hmm.
And with my sort of dad, I wouldn't, and all the shit I've stolen from him, I wouldn't know anything extra special about these computers or anything, right?
No. You could try to mess with them.
Okay, what kind of check would that be?
I believe that would be calculate. That would be calculate. It's robots, machines, magnetrine ships, cyborgs, or everyday technology.
Failure.
Okay. I can't turn this on. I don't know.
Can Ritter go over there to see if he can blindly turn on a computer again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. 1 success.
Yay! All right.
Ritter's just
this
innately good.
This works very similarly to investigate, so you're able to ask 2 questions.
Okay. Oh no. Ritter kind of goes. He gets it going. What questions do I want to ask? Silas, what questions should I ask?
Some of the suggestions. The book suggests what is its purpose? How does it work? How can I use it? Who built it? What problems could it cause? Is it illegal?
How can I use it? And who specifically is the user interface on this thing? I want to know how to use it, who's using it.
Okay. So you have no idea what you're doing. You're just kind of like, oh, that's a cool looking button. That's a cool looking button. Let's just start, pushing all sorts of
It's like
buttons.
a mixer board.
Right, and it's making like really cool noises, and like you start like tapping out like a Queen song or something, and it's just like, like the panel in front of you, a portion of it like kind of illuminates now, and there's this like hollow screen, which is really cool. You've never seen a computer like this before, and inside, what were the questions you asked again?
How do I use this? And
How do you use it?
Who's the user? Like what user is using this?
That was the one I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
You notice that there is kind of like what you assume to be like a login screen, and it has an image of roll me contact.
One success.
You know this person. Okay. It has the image of the chief of police of Hawthorne Heights. You've had a run-in with this man before.
Oh no.
Probably for being out after curfew, hanging out at the park when it's been, too late, and just you look like riffraff, and he had to escort you home in his cop car. Yeah. Yeah. Not really on good terms with this man. Little heavy set. He's got that typical 1980s thick Chicago mustache, kind of like curly brown hair. And his name is, I don't remember his name. Dennis McDonald.
So it's just a fucking picture of me.
Yeah, basically. You look like you're from Chicago. That's it. That's what he looks like. Silas, it's
you truly were Spylus all along. I think as Ritter kind of like he the hollow screen comes down and he kind of squints. He's like, oh, Officer McDonald. Gross. Wait, why is he the user? He's like the chief of police in Hawthorne Heights. Totally a douchebag. And kind of like he slowly turns towards Silas. Do you know this guy?
If he is the police chief, then I've always wanted to say this. This goes a lot deeper than I thought.
And Ritter looks proud at him.
He looks proud at himself.
But that also means that we can't trust the authorities now.
That is also true. Is there anything else that we can find out from these machines? I guess we now know who else is involved in this conspiracy.
I did ask the question of understanding how to work it. But am I kind of cock blocked by the user login, basically?
Yeah, you've figured out how to get the screen to actually function, but you need the login.
I mean, I can figure out how to get it up and running, but I can't get past. I mean, there's another password thing. I mean, it could be anything for the password.
Ashley, you spent the most time with Daquan. Did they ever tell you how to get into a computer, or?
If they did, I wasn't paying attention. So I don't think so.
Then I don't know what we should do. Should we
What did
I
you
mean, like,
find?
destroy this place or bring someone back who can do something like this?
He turns towards Ashley. We found a really super duper like futuristic computer. I mean, I can kind of get it working, but like there's a password for this police chief guy. And I don't want to mess with it more because what if it sends out warning signals?
How many letters?
How many letters?
You have no idea.
It seems like it could be as many as you want.
Did you
Probably
try
between
password?
8 to 12 with an uppercase number and a special symbol.
Oh, come
Is it-
on,
is
it's
it-
the 80s. It's just like 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's password 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Hold on, try guest.
I'm sorry. That was incorrect. Security will be coming down shortly. And we're like, damn it.
Releasing the hounds.
I don't know. All I can think is like, I don't know, Rose or something. Like,
Ritter's like, oh, okay. And he's gonna go to the keyboard. I'm assuming there's a keyboard that just magically appeared, right?
Yeah, no, like the panel has, it's a similar feel to the panel that had been up on the wall for the lever, but these are English characters.
Okay. Should I try to put it in the same sequence as the panel, or should I just type Rose, or... He's kind of like looking back because he doesn't want to mess up completely and have it be completely his fault.
Silas?
Okay, Rose it is. ROSE.
Oh,
Enter.
God.
You hear
I knew it.
nothing. you hear nothing. The screen kind of shimmers, and the word that you typed vanishes.
Okay, that definitely wasn't it. And it's probably now logged somewhere. Great.
Does anybody know Darcy's stats? I shouldn't have that up. I didn't.
I don't think she'd do program.
No,
Yeah,
I need her to investigate because she is walking around and wander. She's being Darcy, doing her own quiet thing. Beep boop beep 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 boop doop. I know she's got a lot of heart in mind. Will somebody just roll me 5d6? We'll say that's a fair guess.
Sure. I'll roll that. 5.
Yeah, you do it.
D6. 1 6, 1 success.
Excellent. As you are all kind of like hovered around this computer panel trying to figure out the 50 billion passwords that this could be, you hear, guys? Can't get as high as her. I think you should see this. And she's standing by the cages.
And we see
Yeah.
it.
Do you go to her? It's a big ass
yeah.
room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't let our daughter get hurt.
Yeah, Jesus. Oh, God.
Ashley looks
So-
conflicted, but ultimately stays by the door, seeing that they're
Okay.
going to go to her, because I'm still making sure nothing's coming down that hallway.
Okay.
Okay. You can see a foot. A human foot. And if you peer even further in or shine your light that way, or use Sal's face to illuminate the area, there is a human inside, kind of hunched over, definitely there's there's not a lot of room for this person.
Are they alive?
I don't know, are they?
Whoa, holy shit. Ash, there's a person here
What? Where?
in the cage.
Oh.
Okay.
Investigate?
Go ahead.
Jesus, I'm just gonna open the door.
2 successes.
Yay! All right. You want questions or you just want me to narrate?
Narrate it. God damn it.
Okay. So Silas, being brave, which he has been this whole evening, he's been stepping up pretty dang well. You tentatively reach out to touch the foot of this person. And as you do, it's warm and it withdraws. You hear a deep gasp, and the person, from behind tangled blonde hair, looks up, unable to fully sit up. So the head is craned slightly and the eyes open, and she stares at you. Will you help me? I'm sorry. Will you help us? That's my bad. Grammar.
Whoa.
What do you... Who are you? What do you need help with?
We are Sarah. We have been here for quite some time. Who are you?
We are the Busters, and we are here to figure out what is going on. You said that your name is Sarah?
Yes. And
Who is-
she looks to be young. She's not an adult.
Is she... This is going to sound like a weird question, but medically, is she clothed?
Oh yes, yeah.
Okay.
She's got because you asked, I'll explain kind of what you could see from her hunched over position. She's got unkept blonde hair, and it is long hair. She is very lanky, very bony, very lithe, and she is wearing a yellowish kind of peasant shirt with a couple of flower patterns on them, and has brown suede bell bottoms with no shoes.
Why does Sarah dress like me, Gnome?
Why does Sarah sound like she's from a different timeline?
Sarah, where are you
Yes.
from?
That is complicated.
It's really not.
And
I'm sorry.
Sarah.
No, it doesn't have to be complicated. It could just be... Oh, God.
Can I do something while Silas is kind of asking these questions? I want to try to empathize here to see if I can gain internal information.
Yeah,
this
absolutely.
person.
It would be like an insight check. Absolutely.
Yeah. Are you kidding me, Ritter? That's your best stat. Never mind. I don't do anything.
It's just, she's human. Absolutely human. But everybody gets the sense that there's something
off.
Sarah,
Yes.
who is us?
We are Sarah.
The royal we.
We hate to impose, but would you be kind enough to let us out?
I think Ritter's an idiot and he's already going to the door to open it.
Hold on.
I mean, but she's being held here, dude. That's not cool. What if like some weird science experiment was gonna happen?
What did you find over there?
There's a girl
Can you just
here.
come here?
Nope.
There's a girl here that looks like she's dressed from the 60s.
Nope.
Okay.
What?
Can I do an empathize? Would that be the same thing?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Okay. That's 8 dice. So let's see.
Do it.
2 successes.
Oh, thank
Excellent. Very, very nice. Would you like to ask 2 questions? Or do you just want
Is
to treat
she
it like
telling
an
the
insight?
truth?
Okay.
Like, is she attempting to mislead us?
No. She seems very earnest. Her name is Sarah, and she would like to get out of the cage.
Okay, but that's not
She
what I
seems
asked.
weak.
I mean, that is what I asked, but
That is what you
Uh,
asked.
is
Everything
what
that
it's
she
shit.
says has been sincere.
okay. Oh God. Can I mean, this? No. This is empathize. It's not investigate.
It's very similar, though. Well,
You can
some
figure
of the
out how
questions-
she feels.
Yeah, how she feels, what she wants, what will she do?
Yeah, I
Is
mean,
she lying?
she's got like
What's her
this
weak
kind
spot?
of flat affect thing going on for somebody who should be probably scared shitless. So I'd like to know if something's off. Obviously, I don't know how to ask if I can pinpoint what's off.
Mm-hmm. Based on your question of what are you that you had directly asked her, we'll say that we'll pick up from that point in the conversation as you're trying to understand her. We are Sarah. 2 beings in one.
Wait, like
What
two-
are the
2 people?
No. 1 person. 1 Derricor.
What?
Derricor.
What's a Derricor?
The Derricor are how we are a sentient symbiotic species foreign to your planet.
So you're an alien.
Technically, yes, but you are alien too. It is in your DNA.
Ritter just slow blinks at that. No, I'm pretty sure I was born in the UK. But that's all right. We'll get you out of here.
Thank you. We have been here for a very long time.
I think as he's kind of like slowly opening the door, he kind of looks back towards Silas with like a, hey, maybe she knows how to use the computer.
Yeah, I mean, Silas doesn't stop you. He's just confused and overwhelmed.
Okay, so Sarah, you sound like super smart and all of that, and he kind of opens the door. Can you stand up?
I will attempt to, yes. And in a very non-human way.
This is weird.
She sets her hands down on the ground to kind of scoot herself out. And once her body is mostly clear, she begins to slowly push herself up. And you can hear her spine snapping and popping as she stands straight up. She is about... well, she's taller than Ashley. Much thinner than Silas. And she's incredibly pale. Her skin almost translucent. Her eyes faded. Thank you. We have not been able to breathe in this capacity for quite some time.
Yeah, I mean,
We are indebted.
you're welcome. Cool. If you've been down here for a while, you must have seen this really ugly dude with like a mean mustache and stuff coming down here, right?
There are many humans who come down here, yes.
Many. Okay, well we're gonna draw up composite sketches of that later,
And he kind of like looks at Darcy.
but do you know how to use the big panel-y computer thing?
I am somewhat familiar, but they have made many changes to the technology that I was truly familiar with.
What?
This is the work of the Avani.
The what? The what?
The Avani. They too are Derricor, as we are. But the Avani, they do not appreciate their lot in life and are determined to infiltrate your species. This is their work. And she slowly, listlessly raises her hand and shows you, the panels.
Okay, that's a lot of information.
And like at that point, Ritter kind of looks back towards Silas and Ashley.
We need to take her somewhere else. I don't think we should talk here for much longer.
I don't think I'm close enough to hear that.
I think that you're right. Ashley,
Yeah?
I think you should come here and meet someone.
Why don't you come here and meet me?
Oh my god.
That works too.
Okay, so what's going on in Michael's head? When did Wrath of Khan come out? Was that an 80s thing?
Oh, was it? Yeah, I
before?
mean, but Silas would have watched it anyways.
Help us.
I'm thinking of Alien. I'm thinking of Paris or like
Thinking of
Symbiote,
Alien, yeah.
Mm.
and I'm thinking of
1982.
the. I'm thinking
Thanks,
of
Chappie, love you.
the snapping of the bones, and I'm remembering my nightmare.
Mm.
And I want to ask Sarah,
Sarah, you are two entities. Is Sarah,
Gesturing to her form.
still alive?
Yes. We work as one. She sustains me, and I empower the host. And she
What
kind of
is
like
your
waves her hand over her belly, kind of signifying that it's probably where she is.
what is your form outside of this?
Small. You would compare them to an eel.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Ooh. The Rupert come out.
And Darcy's
Did
like,
you put
oh,
years
they
in our
can
game?
understand us.
Oh my god.
I cannot believe that Gnome wrote Yeerks into Little Busters.
Oh, it's my dream
That's-
to do this.
That's
Okay.
that's as comfortable as I am continuing to speak to this.
The brain thing never made sense, so this does.
Yeah, no.
Okay. And when did you two become one?
The year was 1962.
Oh shit.
And the girl standing before you is no older than 16, 17 maybe. Just teenager.
Cool.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think
that's-
at some point during this we bring her back over to Ashley so we can all share in this.
Yeah. Well, I think at this point, like Ritter wants to go because if we lose, if someone comes down here and we lose this person, we're gonna lose all this information.
Yeah, Ashley is fidgety and wanting to get the fuck out. So
I think that's probably the best thing to do. Yeah.
so they were keeping her in a cage?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we go?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Sarah, you can kind of walk and maybe run if we need to.
Yes. The Derricor enhance your species' capabilities.
Great. Okay, let's go.
Just
Okay.
a side eye at Sal. He's not. No alarms being raised.
No alarms being raised.
Okay.
Not
the
good
goodie.
to track these.
Mm.
Okay, so we go.
I say, fucking quick as a child's wish. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Can I just ask, like, whose house is the closest to the school?
Not well, obviously not Silas. Probably not Ritter's either. So it might be Darcy or Ashley's.
Okay.
Whose home is probably the safest to bring a
That's
strange foreign person?
Probably
Not-
Darcy.
Not Ashley's. And I don't want to put that on Natalie's character.
Yeah, right. And I mean, I don't. It's also not Silas's call because he's living in Ritter's basement. But Ritter has brought home a stray before
Ashley does.
You do
not
also have the
private room.
bunker.
That's true.
and a bunker.
Do we trust bringing her down into the bunker?
Not fucking yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
No.
bunker is not on the table yet. I don't think.
She could be my cousin from Sweden. Visiting.
Dressed like that, dude. Like,
Yeah, have you seen how Silas dresses? They'll
Okay,
believe
first
that.
of all, rude, but second of all, that's
Silas
correct.
dress is very nice.
No, I didn't mean it that way. I meant just, a little old-fashioned.
There's a difference between old-fashioned and being from an era that my mom is super familiar with.
I don't know.
I mean, we could
I
try to
mean,
sneak her in, but like,
I do
I
not
think it's
want
either-
to be a burden. I could find my way elsewhere.
No, and he kind of slaps a hand on her shoulder.
we need you for information. Miss
I will-
Eel thingy.
Sarah will do just fine.
Yeah, Sarah, sorry.
Okay, can we just take Sarah to your place for a little bit of conversation, and then we'll figure it out.
A little less action, yes.
Thank you.
Fucking damn it.
Okay, we'll just
sorry.
we'll just sneak into the
So glad I
basement,
was the
okay?
only one.
Okay.
Yes, and if your mother gets upset, then she is my cousin, and I will. If I need to leave, then I will. I can watch her at the bunker from now on. I don't. This is too important to leave her alone.
Ixnay on the Unker Bay.
I mean that's somewhere else. We could
Or
take
it's
her
okay,
somewhere
I'll-
else. I've already said
If she
it, I
asks
don't know.
questions, I'll distract her. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay. Sarah,
Yes.
we're gonna go talk somewhere else that's not here, okay?
I would prefer that.
Great, let's go.
Star wipe.
So we're heading to Ritter's place, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It is probably at this time because you kind of left the dance early. So maybe we'll say it's like maybe 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night, and your mom had given you a pretty generous curfew.
For being grounded.
For being grounded, right? So you come home. You have your friends with you, a strange woman with you, and your mom is sitting on. She's awake. The lights are turned on. She is sitting up on the couch, and she looks ill. And as you kind of walk into the room a little further,
Oh no.
there is a man sitting in a chair across from her.
You
Uh-oh.
interrupted date night.
Oh,
It doesn't, I don't know if it's day night if she looks ill.
Oh.
Can you please describe for me what this man looks like?
This man has long bleached hair. It's pulled back in a ponytail. They're wearing a leather jacket, studded, old, definitely used, scuffed all over the place. Got skinny jeans on, ripped at the knees, ripped by the ankles. Big, heavy boots with steel toes.
How old does he look?
You only see the back.
Okay. I think Ritter kind of. I'm gonna roll empathize just so I can see if I 2 successes. So I'm assuming that things are not great with mom.
No, the
What?
tension in the air right now could be cut with a butter knife.
Oh no.
When I say that your mother looks ill, she looks angry. She looks ashamed. She looks like a powerful whirlwind of emotion. And she's trying to contain it.
As Ritter is like, he's probably connecting pieces in his head. But he's also like, okay, she's distracted. And I think he just kind of very shakily nudges Ash to go and to take Sarah with her. And then he's going to also kind of shakily try to nudge Darcy. And then he nudges Silas last. But like Silas, he grips really hard again. Not saying anything, but he grips you hard before kind of nudging you as well. He's not planning on going with you guys down to the basement.
Do we have to roll a sneak?
I don't think they're going to notice. The
Okay.
adults are really engaged right now. So you could probably just make it by okay.
Creep away. Silas looks at you like, do you want me to stay or?
It's like almost like he kind of nudges you away. His eyes kind of like blink rapidly. It's the same thing that you saw before where he was like on the brink of being overly upset. But he doesn't seem to say, hey, stay or you should go.
Okay, I think Silas is gonna walk off toward like the basement, but maybe try to linger behind a wall or something. Maybe poke out so he can like see Ritter and keep eye contact if he needs.
Right. Ritter's actually probably going to try to sneak around to get closer because he wants to listen in first.
They're not talking. They heard the door open. As you're kind of
okay.
like peering kind of around, you catch your mother's eye and she knows you're there. And she just looks defeated, exhausted, not from work. Ritter, there is someone here who would like to meet you. And the man stands up and turns around. And he is gorgeous. Like chiseled face, nice defined cheekbones. What color are your eyes?
His eyes are bicolored, so they're mostly brown,
great.
and the one's brown and green.
Mm-hmm. So you see a mirror image of those eyes. Thick eyebrows, again, bleached hair pulled back in a ponytail. Pretty tall, definitely taller than you, but kind of lanky. But he looks like a pretty badass punk rocker. His neck has tattoos that are kind of like seeping through a tank top. You could see some rings and other jewelry around his arms and hands. They are also tattooed, various like stars, some words, maybe a couple birds here and there that peek out, some skulls. And he looks to you. And he looks you up and down. In your tuxedo.
Yeah, he's very fashion forward. I think the biggest thing he might recognize is the ring that he wears around his neck.
Is he still wearing that?
Yeah, it's my iconic item. So
right, but is it tucked away or is it totally visible?
Remember he has a couple buttons undone.
Oh, that's
on the shirt.
Right. Because he's cute AF.
Right.
So yeah. So he'll look at the ring and be like, "It's a pretty cool trinket you got, son."
Holy shit. You actually showed up.
Yeah. Duh.
There was talk that you maybe wouldn't show up ever.
Well, I mean, my schedule's really busy. Been traveling all over the world. That's what I do. I'm a musician. But you know that, don't you? Your mother tells me you play guitar.
I play a lot of things, but yeah.
Cool. You want to show me?
And it kind of like he's like swelled with emotion and feeling of like, do I be mad at him? Should I be overjoyed? And then his eyes flash to his mother as if to silently ask, is that okay? Or
and she's not even looking at you, and she is not looking at him. She just shrugs.
Yeah, I can show you, but you just have to deal with my friends that I brought back.
like he suddenly tries to sound cool.
Here, don't worry about them. And he reaches off to the side of the chair and he hands you his acoustic guitar. Let's see if you've really got my blood in you, kid.
Shit. Yeah, he just takes the guitar and kind of just rolls it around in his hands. He checks the make and the model of the guitar.
It's expensive as fuck. Some fancy fucking Martin or I don't know.
Shit, this
custom
is like
made.
Way better than I have. Yeah, what do you want to hear?
Play me your favorite song.
Okay. And I mean, as of right now, his favorite song is Dead or Alive. Bon Jovi. Which is going to sound weird in acoustic, but I mean, like...
No way! The acoustic would actually sound pretty dang cool. What would be a performance check? Because that's what we need right now.
Oh God, please! I'm a rocker. I should just inherently be able to do this.
Well, and this is your iconic item will come into play.
Okay.
So you get a +2 for sure.
Okay.
Is Silas still poking his head out, staring at this situation?
I don't know if staring. I think maybe I might have. I probably have crept off at this point. Because I'm feeling overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is definitely this isn't the conversation for you. You get that. Roll me charm.
Okay, charm is great. So how do I roll with the iconic item again? Just because I only did it once before.
Just add 2 d6s.
Okay, cool. So
you can roll the regular and just roll another 2d6.
One success.
Okay. So go ahead and explain your performance.
I think what Ritter does is that he gets a sense for the guitar. He contemplates sitting down, But instead he chooses to sit up, and he kind of just grabs the strap, flings it over his shoulder, kicks off one foot to the side, and he becomes, when he plays music, he becomes consumed by it. Like, it's almost as if it's his escape, and he just he focuses on nothing but that. It's not so much as he is doing it to impress his mother or his father. He is doing it for the sake of music.
Okay.
And he gets into the feeling, like, once like how Dead or Alive has like the guitar solo in the middle there, like he gets into it as much as he can. But again, it's almost like it's very like internal. So,
and as you're playing this beautiful piece, your heart and your soul being poured into it, you start hearing the sounds of a harmonica accompanying you. And as you look up, it's your dad. And he's playing right along with you. And it's making the song sound so good. So good.
I think he looks up and he registers it briefly, kind of like nods. He probably thinks internally as if at first it's like, that's a weird choice of item or instrument to use, but hey, it sounds good. Let's run with it. And he instantly goes back into the music. And then probably like by the time he's done, he's kind of like emotional. Like he's probably like, he was emotional when it started. Now he's like even more emotional. He's just he's trying to be cool, but he just kind of like, just wipes one corner of his eye. And he's like, this is the best day of my life now. Like thinking in his head. He wants to hug, but like he doesn't rush to hug yet because he doesn't know if that's cool.
Right. Because he's still a kid.
Yeah.
So your dad puts the, pockets the harmonica on the like inside pocket of his leather jacket, and takes a seat back on the sofa, and in a different pocket kind of pulls out a pack of cigarettes, taps them, pulls one out, grabs a lighter, flicks it open. So, tell me about yourself. And he kind of motions for you to sit down on the couch.
Again, his eyes kind of flitter briefly off to his mother before he kind of sits down, sets the guitar on his thighs, and he's like,
okay, but only if you tell me a little bit about yourself.
What do you want to know?
Everything.
And I almost think that's a good point to cut off with those two, if you want, because then they can play 20 questions back and forth.
They will.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we're doing this. We're doing this. You wanted NPCs, I'm giving you NPCs.
Well then, fine. Hashtag I love my dad.
So he'll start telling you a little bit about his life. Not much. That he started off as like a roadie. He ran away from home back, when he was 15 or 16. His dad was, piece of shit, always drunk. And music was his escape. He's always loved music, and that's what his heart follows. Wherever the beat takes him is where he goes. Never once though does he apologize for leaving you or your mother. He's very, very adamant that music is like the most important thing in his life. Damn to be all.
Right. Okay. He probably asks like what bands you were affiliated with. How did you and mom meet? Did it mean anything?
And as soon as you start asking questions, though, that would involve a bit of your mother's history, she throws her hands in the air. It's like, I can't do this. And she gets up and she walks out. Probably
Kind
heads
of
to the kitchen.
Looks down at he'll look down at that.
You're
Sorry, I just wanted to know.
She's always been that way. Never wants to just grab a bull by the horns, you know? She doesn't face anything.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
Like he's very like unsure about it all. But I mean, like, I think like he kind of the things that Ritter has explained is that he explains that he feels like he's always been attuned to music. That he started playing as early as he can remember. He likes piano. He actually really leans towards bass guitar the most. He likes to sing, write songs.
Mm-hmm. He kind of interjects though. When you say bass, like, no, kid. More strings, the better. Don't play bass. You'll never get chicks that way. Nobody likes a bassist. And he flicks his cigarette off to the side.
And sees it go on the ground. Oh,
look. Well, let me tell you. If you want to get anywhere in this world, A, you got to be good, and B, you got to be better at talking. Because that's what got me into playing with people like Jerry Garcia. I used to work for David Bowie, Freddie Mercury. Traveled all over the fucking world, kid. You would not believe it. I've seen so much that the world has to offer and have jammed the fuck out with the greats. And now I'm touring myself. Here, you should listen to us sometime. And he reaches into his pocket and he hands you a mixtape.
He takes it.
Tapes.
Because tapes, right? Yeah, tapes are the new cool thing now. He takes
super cool. Yeah.
Can I name the band that he plays in?
Absolutely.
Or do you have
Absolutely. What is the name of his band?
Syndicate Romance.
Yeah, Syndicate Romance. I am the lead vocalist, guitarist, songwriter, publisher, producer, manager. Johnny Dagwood. And he gives you Johnny Dagwood.
Oh God.
And he gives you that smile where his tooth glisten, just shing. Just that car salesman type smile.
God, I almost feel like you're doing a charm on me at this point.
I mean, if you want to roll an opposed, I'm all for it.
Yeah, let's do that because I want to see how stupid Ritter is right now. Let's see, because I know I'm seeing all the warning signs metagame wise, but I'm wondering if he would be picking up on all of that.
Right.
Okay, so I just need to roll mind, heart.
Yeah, just roll a straight heart. So that's 4 die, 5 die?
5, 2 successes.
Okay. You're torn. Because you are picking up that all right, he's done some cool fucking shit, but kind of cringe.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
What would you say if I came back? Because I want you to be part of my life. Come with me.
Now you say this.
I've got a tour set up for Europe. It's going to be great. Belgium, Amsterdam, Holland.
Well,
Yeah,
when are you?
pretty
When
cool,
are you
right?
going? I mean, yeah, I haven't. I don't even remember the UK at all. Just remember California, really.
Yeah, sure. I mean, the UK's all right, but you should why don't you come with me tomorrow? That's when my plane takes off.
Oh no.
And he just kind of stares.
Yeah.
Can I can I think about that for a minute?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, cool. Cause like my friends are totally still down in the basement.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, you won't need to worry about them. You'll make tons of new friends. Lots of
But
chicks.
my my boyfriend's down in the basement.
Shit. Hashtag trigger warning.
Oh,
You don't
dude,
have
go
to
for
tread
it.
here.
No,
We
go
don't
for
have
it.
to tread here. If you are uncomfortable,
No,
if
go
anybody
for it.
is uncomfortable, come back in a couple minutes. Because this is still the 80s.
Yes.
What do you really like? Like your friend? And he's a boy?
No, like he's my boyfriend. Like I like him and he likes me.
Like you're gay?
He blinks at that. Yeah. I'd never done anything with girls, but I like Silas a lot.
And he just kind of sits there for a moment. Look. If you come with me, you're going to meet tons of chicks. It'll be great.
But you said you hung out with Freddie Mercury and David Bowie.
Yeah, because they play amazing music.
Right, but like Freddie likes to party a lot, right? I've seen all the things with them.
Yeah, sure.
Right, and the Freddie likes, at least I heard in the papers that he, likes dudes. There's nothing wrong with that, right?
Oh man, he doesn't like dudes. What type of papers are you reading? It's probably those like American tabloids. They don't know shit. They don't know anything.
God, wait, has the AIDS event happened yet?
Oh, live?
Yeah,
The live
did Live Aid happen yet? Or is it happening this year?
I mean, it's 1989, so it definitely. Oh yeah, it happened in 85.
85. Okay.
Yeah.
Then Ritter will kind of like shake his head.
Thank you, Gizmo and David.
Thank you, chat, for fact checking us. Ritter kind of like shakes his head. He's like, no. I mean, like, Freddie, the stuff that happened with Freddie, with the HIV and stuff like that, like that happened because of.
No, man, that
reasons?
happened because he was. It happened because he was using. We all knew that.
He kind of like doesn't know what to say, and he's like, but I've also read that David Bowie likes both, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong, but I'm pretty sure David Bowie is a pretty one-way street to women. This is rock and roll, man. It's all about chicks. None of us walk down that path, I need you to make an investigate check.
Oh god,
Like it's
I'm gonna fail at
like
that.
it's perception.
Right. No.
Okay. Okay.
I think he says this, and Ritter kind of is just mulling over everything in his head, and he's like, "But I get what you're saying, but it doesn't change how I feel, and he's one of the most important people to me right now. So, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, really, necessarily."
And your dad stands up.
Uh-oh.
Look, son. I don't think you know how this world works. You're young. You're dumb. You don't want to walk down a path like that, all right? I'm just gonna get you killed. And he goes ahead and lights another cigarette. Do you want to come with me or not?
And he just kind of he stares at him, and he just kind of just slowly takes the strap off his shoulder. I'm not gonna leave my boyfriend or my mom. Just because you say something doesn't mean it's true.
You think you're so smart, huh? And he takes a cigarette and he flicks it down again. And this time, it catches the curtains.
Okay, and I step on it.
It afterwards, but it's already caught the curtains.
Hey, what the hell, dude?
It's winter. It's dry. Things are pretty flammable. Silas, if you're good now, would be the time.
Oh god, what just happened?
You watch as the curtains, because of the dry condition of the winter, just catch fire way too easily. The alarm doesn't seem to be going off, but there's tons of smoke now permeating from the area. And the other cigarette that he tossed on the floor also catches the carpet. And you are now smelling a ton of smoke.
I think the smoke and the fire just starts going everywhere, and his eyes go wide. He yells, "What the hell?" again, kind of throws the guitar off to the side, and he kind of looks off. He tries to find where his mom is, first of all, and he's like, "Mom?"
You run out of the family room and head towards the kitchen. The kitchen is completely in flames. You cannot get in. The table, the walls, everything is set ablaze. And you turn back around to see your father. Flames just are surrounding him in the hallway now. As your living room, the family room, is now also fully inflamed.
God.
Look to your left. There is fire. To the right, there is fire. There is heat burning you, licking at you. Your feet are hot. Your body is hot. You're sweating. Your long hair is getting singed by embers that are coming from the wallpaper.
I think he tries to rip his coat off at this point. He's trying to beat it off. He's backtracking because his mind goes to, my friends are in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
So he's freaking out, trying to think that I need to get them out. He's not even looking at his dad. His dad doesn't matter. Mom was probably gone already by this point. And he starts yelling, Ash! Darcy! Silas! Guys, get out!
You don't hear anything. The only thing you hear is the wood from the structure of the house crackling as it warps and burns.
God. I mean, he just starts backpedaling as much as he can. I'm assuming the burning's getting it's ridiculous.
Very intense. There's a high level of smoke now. Ritter's probably coughing.
Yeah, he's coughing.
Unable to get a good sense, a good deep breath. The more panicked, the more air that he tries to suck in, the worse he starts feeling. And your dad is just standing in the hallway, blocking you from the door.
Oh God, from the basement. He kind of he shoves his bandana over his mouth, and he's trying to his best to make a filter so that he can breathe. And he kind of he's freaked out by the fact that Dad just seemed to teleport from the living room to the hallway at that point. And he tries to shove him. And he's like, no, get out. I have to get them.
And he just looks at you. He kind of jerks as you push him. If you go to them, you ain't coming with me, kid.
I wasn't going to go with you anyway. He shoves him more.
Suit yourself, and he will, but I will not use the F word.
Okay.
I
he kind of, that's completely fine. And he flinches at that. I'm assuming his eyes are already tearing up from all the fire and whatnot, but he kind of, it's this added effect, and he tries to rush down into the basement with hopes of maybe the basement's not caught on fire at this point.
Oh no, there are flames everywhere, and your friends are nowhere to be found. And as you are trying to look for them, shouting for them, I would assume.
Oh yeah, he's screaming for them at this point. So
you look, they're not there. They're just not even there. There are no bodies. There's no trace of them. All of your stuff is engulfed in flame. The posters on your wall, your bed sheets, your instruments, the things that you loved, the things that you carried with you all the way from California are up in smoke. And as you look up back to the stairs, you're now trapped. The door has caught fire, and the stairs are slowly catching as well. What do you do?
I mean, the only thing that he can do is try to find, usually in basements, there's still window, like those tiny windows that barely break the surface of the ground.
The well window.
Yeah. He's gonna try to look for one of those to see if, God forbid, if he could scramble out. Because if he doesn't see anyone, he doesn't understand why they're not there, and he's like, maybe they got out already. So. Right.
So you there is one, and I only know this because I used it to sneak out of the house. Kid, whatever. So Bob, please don't be watching this. Welcome to the suburbs of Chicago. It's very common to have one of those little well deposits. And you have one, and you run up to it, and you place your hands up on the glass, frantically trying to unlock it and pull it open, but you can't seem to do it. In your panic, you notice a shadow sitting in the well, resting on top of the rocks, with a tail, black, etched in purple light, just flicking from side to side.
I think he'll start yelling and coughing at Mr. Blink. Get me out of here. You're supposed to help us. Help
Mhm.
me.
And he stares at you, cants his head to the side a bit, and he looks to where the latch was that you've been having a hard time opening. And the next time that you tug at it, it opens no problem.
He feel like
And he blinks.
Momentary relief.
Mm-hmm.
And he just tries to just scramble out. Like he's desperate to get out at this point.
Yeah. In these well things are only like 4 feet deep, so you have to pop open the top, and which is just usually plastic or aluminum, and kind of scramble and pull yourself out of. Again, I haven't done this before. And as you surface, Blink Cat is there, waiting for you. Its tail twitching.
Can I? It's only because I've had the knowledge of previous people's experiences. Can I try to roll a comprehend that I could register that I'm dreaming?
Also, speaking of Blink Cat, your cat is adorable.
Oh, he's a little shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Get down. You're not supposed to be up there. Oh. Get down. Bad Blink Cat. Oh my god. See, laugh. I can't comprehend anything. I'm in a dreamland. This is all real.
You can. You have that previous experience, so go ahead and roll comprehend.
I did. I failed.
Oh, damn. Okay. As far as you know, this is so real. This is horrifying. You're choking. You still feel really lightheaded because you've been taking in so much smoke and just not being able to get enough oxygen. Everything with your dad.
Mm-hmm.
You can't find your mom. You can't find your friends. And here's this stupid cat again. And he just stares at you.
He kind of just like he chokes for a bit, and then he looks towards Mr. Blink, and he's just like, "Where's my friends? Where's Silas? Is Silas okay?"
Child. And he kind of like, his tail kind of reaches out to touch, your arm. Your friends, they are fine. And you will be too. Consider this a test.
A test? For what?
A test. For far more dangerous things to come. And he just kind of shifts.
He looks very perplexed at that, but I think he looks back towards the house because now he's kind of disbelieving based on like, oh, this was a test. He's like, but my house is on fire.
No, the house is totally on fire. Yep, totally on fire.
My mom's probably. I couldn't do anything.
You have already done enough. Your new friend will be useful. Do not let her fall into the hands of your enemy. You will need her, and she will need you.
And he looks back at that. I'm assuming he can recall Sarah at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Sarah. You know about
Is that
Sarah?
what she calls herself? Of course.
I think that's what she used to be called. I don't know what the part that the other thing's called. Okay. Yeah, I promise this isn't real.
Not tonight, it isn't.
He probably does not look happy at that.
And he's just a smug-looking fucking muscle cat, Whatever.
Fucking. He just like looks like upset at that. He's like,
Okay.
Mhm.
Is there anything else you have to tell me?
Not tonight. Sleep well. And he blinks. He's gone. Your eyes shoot open.
Where am I?
You are back in bed. Silas is sleeping in the room. Maybe half sleeping, probably with an eye open and a baseball bat or a pipe of some sort, because laying on a pile of clothes and extra blankets and pillows is Sarah.
I think Ritter would wake up the same way that Silas did. Just like flailing, I'm hot, yelling, falls out of bed.
Dripping in sweat.
Yeah, like I'm in a cold sweat right now.
Silas shoots awake, cane in hand. What's going on?
Jesus fucking Christ. What the fuck? Oh god. With fucking everything's. I'm giving myself the scare condition as well.
Sure, absolutely. Take it.
Ritter, what? And I
on.
Down on the ground and grab him. Like,
What is going on? Are you okay? Are you?
Jesus Christ. Okay, you're okay. You're okay. And like his hands like slap over his like over both cheeks. Okay, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay.
What happened?
Wait, what happened? Did I black out? Like we were coming back from the dance with Says. Was Sarah a dream?
No, it's Sarah.
And
It's
Sarah
over-
is like sitting up now, sitting like cross-legged, looks at you.
What the fuck?
Good morning.
I think I just had a really bad dream. And like he just like as he says, it's like tears just start coming down, just down his face.
Ritter. No, Did you have? What did you see in your? Did you
He
have
came
the dreams?
and he looks back. He looks back towards Silas, and he gets more and more upset as he starts talking. And we came back, and his mom was there, and then there was someone else there, dude with blonde hair, and it was. I told you guys to go down to the basement, and it was Dad. It was my dad, dude. But like, he was like super not cool. And he was like, and he goes into, without going into like extreme detail, he talks about how he said all the good things, the bad things. They got into the argument about, you shouldn't be that way. You need to be with chicks and whatnot. And then everything lit on fire. And that the only thing he was concerned about was making sure his friends were okay.
Ritter, I don't know how to tell you this, but that was not real. We came home. You were exhausted, asleep on your feet practically. We just came downstairs. Your mother was already in bed. Your dad is not here.
Okay, so Johnny Dackwood, that's not a real person, right? That's not a real person. That was all fake, right?
I don't know. I've never heard that. Ritter.
and I just like wipe the sweat.
From his brow and say, what? What did he said that you shouldn't be.
He was just saying that like the rocker life, you're really supposed to be with chicks and stuff like that. And I told him that like about like Freddie Mercury and Bowie, and he said that it wasn't real. But I know it's real.
Ritter, he it didn't happen. I promise you, it wasn't real. Ritter, look at me.
And I grab him by the face and
Yagalskadig.
I swear to God.
Ritter, look at me.
Yeah. I'm looking at you.
Yagalskadig. Ritter.
What?
Sorry, that's... Look, I love you,
what does that mean?
and that is not
Uh.
going to change. Okay? I don't know who this person was that you dreamed of, but he's not real. And if he is, then I don't care, okay? I just... Look, just try to get some rest, okay?
Wait. And then he kind of like he kind of cups his hands over the hands that are on his face. He's like, how do you say it again?
No, it's nothing. It's whatever. Don't worry about it.
No, I wanna be able to say it like you say it.
Yag al-Skardig.
Yag al-Skardik.
That's close enough.
And he kisses him softly.
And we're going to go ahead and end it there tonight.
Ah, God.
Oh my God. Jules, are you okay?
God, you guys.
Oh, I'm fine. I love that.
Just. Oh my God. Whew.
I love you guys.
I love you guys too. Ash, Britt.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on fire.
Oh, I'm sweating. My pits are sweaty.
I have never been colder in my life.
Yup. I have had these fucking insane goosebumps for the past like 45 minutes. Oh my God.
You fucking got me because I didn't realize it was a dream until the curtains caught on fire. You got me good.
Oh wow. Yeah, sorry.
No, that's fine. Now I know that my dad maybe isn't a huge dick.
Yeah, I just
It's better 80s. It's better 80s. Don't be scared.
Yeah. It is better 80s, but there are still assholes out there.
Oh yeah, there's still toxic people.
Yeah, and thank you for allowing us and all of you guys, all of my players, for allowing us to explore some of these more darker themes. I know it is difficult. I know many of us, we come to games to escape these things, but I have found, especially playing this game, that it is sometimes incredibly therapeutic, and something that I think is eye-opening for other people who may not understand these type of perspectives, who have not had to go through them themselves. And for you all to be showing the emotion that you do, I sincerely appreciate you being willing to walk through that. So thank you for being brave. Thank you for really all of you for being yourselves here tonight. So well played. Fucking well played. So, aliens, am I right?
I know, right?
Oh, God, I forgot about the fucking aliens real quick.
Right.
Oh yeah, aliens.
Oh, yeah. Let's do a quick little outro. Let people know who you are, where they can find you, amazing people, and what you've got going on right now. Jules, do you need a moment, or you good? You want to kick us off?
Oh, I can kick us off just fine.
Okay.
I was just thinking in my head of all the things I need to draw now. But you can find me over at my Twitter handle down here. On the Twitters and whatnot. I'm primarily an artist by trade, but I love tabletop RPGs so much. Tomorrow you can find me over at Pro Restarters. Yes, I did make that lovely little enamel pin set right there. You can find me on Pro Restarter's channel tomorrow for Blue Rose, where things are also getting very heated and dramatic based off character choices, none of which are totally my fault at all. Day after that, I will be on Jackal and Hare for our continued Blood Debt campaign, which is our mafioso and cops setting in the not-so-distant future in Miami. And we're returning to the mafia side next. So if you guys are interested to see how organized crime is laid out, feel free to check us out over there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I loved this session. I thought it was great. Screw you for doing the whole blackout thing, because I wanted to see everyone's reactions really bad. But that's okay.
If I could take like a moment of credit, that was my terrible idea.
It was brilliant.
Yes. It was Britt's idea, and it was my fault because fire, like house fires, are probably my biggest trigger because I went through one. But I was an idiot, and I still kept my headphones in because I didn't want to miss anything. I was fine though. I did all right. Not being on camera helped, so thank you.
That's okay. That's totally okay. Yeah, the reason why I picked that is because there was a really bad wildfire in California right around the time when Ritter was 12. So that was one of his biggest triggers, was uncontrolled fire. So
you know what the really stupid thing about my IRL fire was? Is I'm from California and went through all kinds of wildfires. My house fire was in fucking Long Island.
To be fair,
I'm
from Long Island. I'm from Long Island, so faulty wiring abound out there.
That is exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was.
Oh my gosh. Well, Michael, how are you doing?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm fine.
Who are you?
No, and I want to. I'll intro my own horse shit in a second, but I want to reiterate that you guys are fucking fantastic, guys. I hate that fucking word. You folks are fantastic. Noam, thank you for being so cool about it. I was incredibly nervous to message you about how worried I was about that, but I wasn't nervous because of you. I was nervous because I'm a nervous wreck.
I know. And that's what's so important. Like, you need to be able to communicate with your GM, and your GM needs to be able to communicate with you. And I don't think anybody wants to put anybody else in an incredibly uncomfortable position where they don't feel safe, at a table. So I'm glad that we had that talk. I'm glad that we found a solution, that you decided to still keep your fucking headphones on.
Well, yeah, and yes, the chat is correct. I was stupid for keeping my headphones in, but it was not as graphic as I expected it to be. I was waiting for like a couple things to, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, so it ended up being fine anyway.
Okay.
But hi, I'm Michael. I am the creator and dungeon master of the Dungeons, Dragons, and Dives podcast, which is at DD Divescast on Twitter. We are a 5th edition actual play adventure podcast. That is exactly what it sounds like. Our party follows around fantasy Guy Fieri looking for the mythical lost city of Flavortown. We are close to... Monday, episode 50 drops of our newest campaign, which I'm so excited for. No spoilers, but we are wrapping up one of my favorite segments, which is basically Downton Abbey meets Hamlet. And I'm so delighted that I managed to make that fucking happen in a Dungeons & Dragons game. But check us out on Twitch, twitch.tv/Dungeons, Dragons, and Dives. We do video game streams. I've started playing Dark Souls 2, which I thought was a bad idea, but I'm actually doing okay. So we'll see. And yeah, everybody was great. Though I will say, you should have been tipped off that it was a dream and that like the fire was going to happen when he handed you his mixtape, because he fucking warned you it was fire.
Oh. Go home,
Right.
Michael.
I
Go
I know.
home.
See ya. Bye bye.
I was consumed.
Oh. I try to give you all keywords. I try. Doesn't always convey, but y'all great.
I am gonna leave though.
Britt, how is you?
Hi. I am scared to look at chat, actually, because I've already had 2 Twitter messages, people asking if I'm okay.
One was me.
Yes, well,
Just making sure.
yes. I cry at the drop of a hat at happy things all the time. I'm like a joy crier. It's sad, but happy. So don't worry, I'm cool. Everything's cool. Okay. I'm Britt. I'm supposed to say things. Okay, let's see. Tomorrow, a new episode of Heroes of the Hydian Way will come out on your podcast thing of choice, and it's a fucking good one. That's all I'm gonna say. We did a special 2 episodes thing, and there's some fucking good shit. So that's what I'm gonna pitch today. Otherwise, I'm at Atomic Firebird. There's a pin post with the other crap I'm in. Here's the Hydian Way, though. I'm really fucking psyched about tomorrow.
We shall also be excited for you. It is a really good show that you should totally check it out. Like, also, Fantasy Guy Fieri. Like, it's just fucking amazing.
Oh,
It's
they're
great.
playing music on us. I can hear it.
Oh no, are we getting cut off? Is this like the yeah, we are a little late. Hey.
Oh no.
My name is Nomedic. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, pretty much anywhere at Nomedic. I am here every Wednesday night. I am also simultaneously on the God's Fall channel in the Rise of Demigods podcast. Monday nights, I'm on the Greyhawk channel. Thursday nights, I'm on Pro Restarters channel. And I'm going to be at GaryCon if anybody's on the internet. I know. Sorry, Will. We love you. If anybody's going to be at GaryCon, let's meet up. I'm going to be working a booth, and come find me. Let's high five and take some selfies. Love you all. Will's pulling us with like the cane. We love you.
Sorry,
Thank you
we
for
love
hanging
you.
out with us. We'll see you next week. Bye. Also, there's special guests.